Welcome back to the Bako Motorsports Power Hour Kern County Raceway Park segment. I've got Steve Hughes in here to save me. Thank God.
Save you?
To save me from a rough day.
You've been doing a great job today.
Yeah, just so great. So,
Yeah, I like that shirt, by the way.
I'm ready for some vacation. I'm
Yeah,
in San
obviously.
Diego starting on
Obviously.
San Diego for 4 days. Well, 3 days starting Sunday. So
I guess you're
kind of a business deal, though, for me.
You're
for
bringing
2
in the
days.
B team next week for me.
No, I'm bringing in the A team.
Oh,
I understand
okay.
that Mr.
Yeah.
Hughes has graciously accepted the hosting role
Of course.
for next week.
Absolutely. I'll muddle through it.
Because Steve has a big show out there next week that he'll definitely want to talk about.
Well, yeah.
We got a big show this week.
Huge. Big weekend for Kern County
Big
Raceway. Kern County Raceway KCRP MX is going to have a race on Sunday morning. It's the first annual Central Valley Motocross Series. John Elms from Cal City Motocross MX Park kind of puts this on, and they go to Tulare, Porterville, Honolulu Hills, of course, Cal City MX and Kern County Raceway MX. So we're excited about our first big race.
5 race.
I think it's actually six
race
races.
Western,
Yeah.
Western MX race, and it's
Yeah.
going to be motocross time. It's the weather's starting to
It's
cool.
time.
Nobody wants to be out there
Absolutely.
doing motocross in July and August.
No, when it's 110.
No,
now the
that's no
hardcore,
fun.
that mini mafia, those national champions that we have, they come out and train in that kind of weather. But yeah, your casual rider, your weekend warrior, your guys that race throughout, the Central Valley, they like it when it's a little bit cooler, and the weather's really going to help us out this weekend.
Yeah.
So gates for that one will open at 6:30. Practice is at 8. They'll start racing at 9 a.m. And we expect between 200 and 250 riders out there. Anywhere from, let's see, how many trophies did I order? I think I ordered 25, so we're looking at between 20 and 25 different classes on Sunday morning.
And basically all amateur classes, or you have a
There will be a pro class. There'll be some pro classes out there as well.
You have any real heavy hitters are going to sneak in there and show up? And,
any of
our local heroes?
Most of the local heroes are in Oklahoma this weekend. I think it's called Ponca City.
Right.
So that's where most of our mini mafias, our national champs, are over there. That's a big race for them. But we're going to see a lot of great amateur guys, a lot of locals coming from Northern California, Southern California, eastern part of the state as well, coming over to join us on Sunday morning.
Now, you've got that Sunday morning, and by Sunday afternoon, there's going to be noise on the big half mile because it's the George Snyder Classic King of the Wing National Championship. They've been running back east and stuff. They run Midwest. They run Friday night. They've been off for a couple.
They have been.
Couple nights. They run Saturday night.
Saturday night at Stockton 99 Speedway, and then once they're done there, they'll make the trek down the I-5 right to Kern County Raceway. We're going to open up the pits for those guys at 8 a.m. if they've got to get in there and make some changes on their car, get set up. I know they're going to have to do some gear changing. They want to get fresh tires on those machines. For our local divisions on Sunday, we'll open the pits at 10. Spectator gates will open at 2. For the 3rd annual George Snyder Classic, and then we'll have our opening ceremonies at 5, and we're actually including the King of the Wing qualifying after opening ceremonies, because that's always exciting to see those cars running 14.7, between 14.7 and 15.2 on the big half mile. Man, that's really flying.
Yeah, those cars, they fly out there, and I understand there's a little fun in testing a couple weeks ago when one was flying and not stopping.
Yeah, fun, not so much fun, but Davey Hamilton Jr. came out and did a demo a few weeks ago, and he ran his primary car, which is the number 45 machine, and then also ran his backup car, which is the number 5 car, and on his quickest lap of the evening, right after crossing the start-finish line, the motor blew and the throttle stuck at the same time. He was able to control the car into turn number 1, and he did the smart thing, which was nose it very gently into the inside retaining wall in the apex of 1 and 2, and he was out of the car in a hurry. He was able to get the car shut down, but throttle sticking and motor blowing, that's not a good combination.
And turn 1, the fastest part of the coming down that front straight, you're hauling the mail.
You certainly are. You certainly are. So we've got 25 confirmed cars that are going to be there on Sunday, a matinee show. So 5 o'clock, we'll see qualifying kind of kick off after after our opening ceremonies. We'll have our Blue Ribbon Automotive Dash for Cash for the NASCAR Super Stocks. We'll also have the iNext Legends, the 911 Racing Series. We'll have some heat races for the King of the Wing, which is always cool. They'll run 3 6-lap heat races, and then their 30-lap main event will end the night right after our NASCAR Super Stocks main.
And it can be a fast 30 laps. I mean,
hey, it could be 8 minutes.
I mean, if there's no yellow,
yeah,
they're running 15-second, 15.
I think during under race conditions, I think we're going to see about 15. Anywhere from 15.2 to 15.5 under race conditions on the half mile.
So
that's flying.
Figure you can run 4 laps in just over a minute.
Yeah. So
that gives you an idea of how fast this
like
race
I said,
can go.
It could be done in 8 minutes, but compacted into that 8 minutes is going to be some exciting stuff. Last year, we saw multiple passes for the lead. We saw cars blow tires and save it in 3 and 4, engines go sideways, and all this happening to the heavy hitters who were leading the race at the time, Sierra Jackson in the 25 car. So it wasn't the king of the wing last year. It was the queen of the wing getting the victory.
She got the win. What a big win for her last year.
Huge win for Sierra. Hopefully we're going to see her again this year. We're just excited to have these cars back. And as you can see from the slide there, a great lineup of cars and a wonderful crowd. One of our biggest events of the year. It is part of our Big Six. This is race number 5 of our Big Six series. We'll end the season with the Bulwark FR 150 Spears Southwest Tour Series on October 29th.
That's October 29th. And between that and this weekend is your last points race of the season.
The Budweiser NASCAR championship points finale. 5 champions will be crowned. Track and NASCAR champions will be crowned that night. We'll have all 3 of our half-mile divisions running on Budweiser Championship season finale. Of course, the late models, the NASCAR spec mods with points leader Kevin Callahan.
Just a few points ahead.
Yeah, just a few. It's going to come down to that final race. NASCAR Super Stocks, NASCAR Mini Stocks, which, of course, I am a participant in that division. 1 race and 1 race only for me. And then the iNext Legends will crown their champion that night as well.
Yeah. Somebody wasn't here last week
to
talk about their mini stock race.
I wasn't.
So I happened to have Dick Shepard and Buddy Shepard in.
Okay.
And we talked about your mini stock race because they witnessed it.
Yep,
and they were actually complimentary. It said it took you a while to get going.
Yeah.
But once you got he says it's different out. And they said that you've been out there practicing.
Sure.
They said it's totally different when you're practicing by yourself.
Yeah.
And then you go out there and you put cars in the track. And they said once you got your line down, you're doing a good job.
I was able to thanks so much to Brady Mello, Brock Mello, Johnny Bedingfield, West Air, and of course Rusty Reezy and Virgie and James Vernon for giving me the blessing, to go and race a car on a night I'm supposed to be working. George Harmer and Jason Reed kind of picked up the slack on the announcing side, so I got to thank those guys. I started on the pole. I qualified 4th out of 5. The invert was 4, so I got to start on the pole. The initial start had a great one. Some say I may have jumped it just a little bit, but I don't think so. A caution was thrown.
Some meaning Alex?
Maybe. But a caution was thrown not for the start of the race, but there was some debris on the track in the apex of 1 and 2. So they threw the caution, so I actually did lead a lap, which was cool. And then on that first restart, driving into turn number 1, I had cleared the 5 car who was on the outside of me and dove into turn 1, went to turn the wheel and stabbed the brake, and she didn't slow down. That's because I hit the clutch pedal. You don't slow down when you hit the clutch. No, I forgot to move my foot over. I was 2-footing it, which was all new to me. And I went to go push the brake in. I hit the clutch and kind of sailed up the racetrack. Those 3 cars got by me. I had to make up about a complete straightaway from lap 1 to lap 25. I caught the field on about lap 15, and man, I just had a blast and just was on the rear bumper of the 55 of Austin Wilson until we crossed the stripe. It was a lot of fun. I encourage anyone who has the opportunity to do it. And a great way to get into racing, into NASCAR, is that mini stock division out at KCRP.
And the next debut, Legends. We're going up. I'm going to have you. You're going to go up. Legends on the road course. Back to the Louis Amistoy.
Well, let me tell you. Let me tell you. We're seriously talking about a mini stock road course race and a Legends road course race in 2017. So stay tuned.
There you go. Louis Amestoy gets his wrist.
Yeah, we're going to invite him. We're going to invite him for that one. He's going to get the VIP treatment on that one.
I think he should have to race a mini stock in that one, since
So
it was his
agree.
idea for a road course.
Well, the road course idea on the mini stocks actually came from Brady Mello, and he's going to come out in the off season and do some testing for us.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you for coming
you.
by, talking about your experience. And everybody get out there on Sunday. If you're interested in the MX, get by there and see those guys racing. You can make a full day of it.
What a weekend in Bakersfield. We got the Bud Nationals Friday and Saturday, and then King of the Wing and a huge MX race out at KCRP.
There you have it.
That's like Nirvana for race fans.
There you go. Lots of racing this weekend. Get out there, enjoy some. We'll be back next weekend to talk all about it.